If you want to know how cynical the Biden administration is and how cynical Democrats are, then you really can't beat the story that's really been suppressed over the weekend. You've got this young man. His name is Bishop Evans. He is part of the Texas National Guard. He has served his country. He served in Kuwait. I even read somewhere that he may have served some time in Afghanistan. But here he is back in Texas in his young 20s, and he's part of the National Guard. We got a border crisis happening, but the Biden administration, the media, they don't want to report on it because it's embarrassing to the Biden administration. Plus, the Biden administration is doing it to us on purpose. They want open borders. Well, what's it costing Americans? You talk to people who are part of the border cities. You talk to people in Arizona, in Texas, in New Mexico. You talk to people in California. It is devastating. You got an underground operation where you have the Biden administration flying illegals all over the country. It's so brazen now. We have politicians on the border watching people come across, the border with tickets in hand to be flown to a different city. Even the Texas, where they're busing people to Washington, D.C., they got Catholic services out there waiting for them, with a free meal and then a ticket to wherever they want to go. What is this costing America? Well, we need to ask Bishop Evans, because he was down on the border of Texas, the Rio Grande, and he saw two people struggling, trying to cross the river, struggling for their lives. What did he do? He jumped in and he attempted to save them, but he got caught up in the current and he died. Have you heard about this story? Well, if you watch Fox News, you have. But if you watch CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, you probably haven't. And there's a reason for that. Let me show you Bishop Evans. Here is Bishop Evans. Here he is. He's a young American of African descent. There's two big reasons why the Biden administration, why the media is not going to show you his image, because it doesn't fit the narrative. You see, whenever they show Americans of African descent or they show Haitians, they have to be in distress. Like when the media and the Biden administration accused Border Patrol of whipping Haitians. Remember that lie? Remember that hoax? Well, when the truth came out, they had nothing to say about it. Where are the Haitians? Well, they disappeared into America. Mission accomplished. But with this young man, what are they going to say? Here he is, an American of African descent who lost his life because of the Biden administration's policies, their open border policies. And it gets even deeper than that. You have to ask yourself the question, where's Jesse Jackson on this? Well, Jesse Jackson is pretty much put out to pasture. So where's Al Sharpton on this? Where's Black Lives Matter on this? And again, where's the Biden administration? Where's Kamala Harris? Where are the black commentators on MSNBC? Well, see, they got nothing to say about this, because if they were to say something about this, they would have to expose the fact that we have an open border. They would have to expose the fact that we have people rolling into this country illegally. They would have to expose the fact that this is lawlessness, that this is violating the Constitution, and it's all on Biden. One more thing. The few news stories that I do see about this, they're saying that Bishop Evans jumped into the water to help two migrants who were drowning. Other news accounts are telling me that these weren't two migrants. These were cartel members. This American lost his life trying to save cartel members who were involved in human trafficking. You really can't make this up. And the more you find out about what the situation is all about, the more you can understand why the Democrats and why the media are not talking about it, why Biden administration members are not talking about it, because this is straight up evil. And the more people see what's happening, and the more people see how Americans are losing their lives, losing their livelihood, having their money being spent to take care of people who they never intended to, how the Biden administration is breaking laws, just carrying on from what the Obama administration was doing. The more they see that, the more problematic it becomes for the Democrats in the midterms. And it really does boil down to politics. This young man lost his life, and many other people are losing their lives because of the policies of the wretched Biden administration. It's time for this madness to stop. My name is James C. Harris. I want to welcome you to my new YouTube channel. You know what? If you like what you heard, I encourage you to like it, to share it with your friends, tell them all about it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get everything that I have that's coming right down the pike. Also, you can check me out on Instagram at James C. Harris as well. Thanks for joining me.